No, 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 no. Ah! You've seen Matt Gallagher try 100% force feedback.
I don't care anymore. I never cared. Oh!
No!
You've seen Random Call Sign try 100% force feedback.
At this point, I'm not doing really anything.
And you've seen Jimmy Broadbent try 100% force feedback around the Nürburgring. Oh, that's the wrong clip.
Oh, I can't hold it. Oh God, you see that move me?
Now you've seen all of those people tackle 100% force feedback, but you have never seen anyone tackle the Isle of Man 100% force feedback. This circuit is 3 times longer than the Nürburgring. I'm gonna regret this. I think there is a reason why, because initially when I wanted to make this video, I wanted to have a race between other sim racers that have direct drive wheels. And when I told them I want to do 100% force feedback at the Isle of Man, every single one of them said no. To a newcomer to sim racing or to this channel, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, so I shall briefly explain. Force feedback when it comes to a steering wheel is the force that you can feel through the wheel. Basically the wheel fighting back and giving you some details like if you're gonna spin or if you're understeering. Now your regular Logitech G29 or better still the G923 that's just been released will probably give you about a peak output of around 2, maybe 2.5 Newton meters of torque. And if you want to be really fancy, if you've got your hands on a Fanatec Clubsport, you'll probably get a peak output of around 8 Newton meters of torque, which is really high. However, I happen to use a direct drive wheel, so that means the wheel is bolted directly to the motor, and my wheel has a peak output of 20 Newton meters of torque. And I should mention, this is probably one of the weaker options of direct drive. So this wheel has 10 times the output of your regular Logitech. Now, Jimmy Broadbent famously did a lap of the Nürburgring with 100% force feedback, which is quite a difficult feat. And by the end of that race, he was as limp as a noodle. However, I'm going to be tackling something that's probably not been done on YouTube before. 100% force feedback at the Isle of Man. So without any further ado, let's crack on with the video. Now before we begin, I just want to make a little bit of a disclaimer that I've only been around the Isle of Man once, and that was about a year ago. So I have absolutely no idea what is in store for me. Now because this is the internet and some people are a little bit daft, like me, I'm gonna have to say this. If you're as fortunate as I am to own a direct drive wheel, please do not try this at home. This can be quite dangerous. For example, I once had my wheel set to 80% with racing trucks, and my friend Switchback will tell you that I dislocated my thumb when I crashed into a wall. So I urge you, please do not try this at home. I'm a professional idiot. Alright, okay, let's begin the pain. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh! Right, it's wobbling. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna survive. A lap of the... this may look like I'm just being stupid, but I've got it. I can't keep the wheel straight. It's so strong. Just get on the brakes. Get on the brakes. I can. It's sort of okay when I. Oh, brake. Oh, I can barely turn it. All right, okay. Let's just accelerate. Hopefully, it doesn't. It gets better if I just accelerate. Oh, no. It's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. Oh, this was a terrible idea. Ah! I can barely turn the wheel! Right, okay, if I go around at 60 miles an hour, that should be okay. If I go into 4th gear, it just becomes unbearable. I don't think I've got it set right, but we're in it for the long run now, lads. Right, okay, let's just try and pick up some speed. We've got some corners to deal with. Getting up to about 120 miles an hour. And I've got a long way to go. I'm in for the long haul today. Wait, if I keep it at an angle, it dampens it a little bit. Ah! It's shaking my entire rig! That's 106. I would normally be trying to talk at this point, but it's just so difficult. I'm so glad I picked a flappy paddle gearbox, because if I had to change gear, I'd have probably lost my arm. I'm trying my absolute... I am honestly trying here, lads. If I just let my arms go limp... What? How's that work? Oh, no, never mind. This is terrible. I can barely feel my arms already. Ugh! My hands hurt. My arms hurt. Now, at this point, I would normally talk about... Oh, goodness. Normally at this point, I would talk about the track or the car that I'm racing with. But I'm just trying my absolute... Ow! I'm just trying my absolute hardest just to... Oh, that's it. Oh, I'm sweating really, really a lot. I'm barely getting above 100 miles an hour. I'm so glad that I'm wearing gloves. It's at this point that my face has just decided to go itch. You know, I can barely see where I'm going. What is... Oh dear. Stop! Just stop. It's knocking my microphone, that's what... Do you know what this feels like? I feel like that there's a really famous video clip of a bike losing control through one of the villages of the Isle of Man. Oh, no. Hold it. Oh! Now I can see why everyone has said, yeah, Corey, I'm not doing that. Under braking, it seems to be okay. When I turn a corner, it seems to be okay. But I have no knowledge of where I'm going. Again, I went around this circuit about a year ago. Also, like, if you do have a direct drive wheel, just make sure that your rig is also strong enough to hold it as well, because... Oh, ow! Because if you were to mount one of these to a table, you can just say goodbye to your table. How did Jimmy and Matt just, like, get it so smooth? Mine's just, like, rocking all over them. I think I've done something wrong. If it looks funny to you, then that's okay. As you can probably tell, I have damage turned off as well. No. I got my thumb caught in it. Oh, I think that popped out. Okay, it seems okay. It is absolutely killing, like, around here. Now, the smart thing to do would be to call this video a day and say that I was too much of a wimp to finish. However, we do have a duty to fulfill here and not just give up. So I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. This is what I think it was very... I think it did dislocate, but it just went straight back in. I'm not sure. This is why you don't try this at home. That, and I don't have an emergency stop. Right, okay, so I'm going to drive without my thumbs in the wheel. For some reason, okay, so when I get to about 84, this is when the oscillating starts and becomes real bad. I don't understand why this part of the circuit is so dark, by the way. The oscillating's just like trying to keep it, like, if I just go limp like that, it's just, look at it, that's... It looks like I'm doing that, but honestly, I'm not. And the pain in my thumb is starting to come back a bit. What I should have done is I should have went around the Isle of Man first, just to get myself a little bit of an understanding of where the road goes. This is such a terrible video. Connor Cummings, a couple of years ago, came round and he came off his bike and went through a stone wall, practically broke every bone in his body. And that's not even to mention Milky Quail, which pretty much ended his Isle of Man TT career. He clipped a wall coming around a corner and went straight into a wall at 160 miles an hour. Oddly enough, I feel like that's what I'm doing to myself. Alright, okay, we're starting to go into the hills. I cannot feel my arms right now. My arms are dead. Now, obviously, I think doing 100% force feedback challenges kind of voids the warranty on my wheel. So if anyone from Fanatec are watching, please just know this is just for the content. I'm a man for doing this. No one else dares do it. I was the only one who dared to do it. But the thing is, though, I'm laughing now, but I also know that there is a circuit that is longer than this one, and I know that I'm going to probably have to do at some point, and that is Targa Floria. Whereas the Isle of Man is 60 kilometers long, Targa Floria is 75 kilometers long, and twice as twisty. Right, Isle of Man. Now, this might look familiar to you, because Top Gear came here about 14, 15 years ago. No. Oh, I saved it. 14 or 15 years ago with a Porsche, an Aston and a BMW. Also, comment below if you would like to see me and the boys doing a race around here. And what car series should we do it in? Oh, that one was really strong. Hold it! We stopped? Okay. I should have, as soon as I saw the oscillation, I should have just stopped, went back to my settings, and fixed whatever it was. I thought that was a roundabout there for a second. And then just came back just so it was nice and heavy. This, though, I think is even scarier. And more of a reason why, if you don't have... Oh, I made it. Get out of the fields! I've had about 70 accidents on the way around. Go, just go. I recognize this bit. I know that the ending isn't far now. Oh, come on, I think this is the final stretch. Go on, as fast as we can. Come on! There it is! There's the pits! Yeah! Oh my... Stop! Look at me! It feels like I've had a flipping workout! I know it looks like I'm being over dramatic or anything like that. I'm really not. That was terrible. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It would really mean a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're new here and you want to see more dumb videos like this, especially with me and the boys, then consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell if you just want to see more content like this. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next race. Have a good night, everybody.